First, the top news headlines. Chief Minister N. Biren reviews arrangement for Durand Cup at Kuala Lumpur. MSF observes 18 Matters Dome in commemoration of P. Chittaranjan. State celebrated 76th Independence Day yesterday. FIFA suspends All India Football Federation, says India cannot host Under-17 Women's World Cup. And India reports 8,813 new COVID-19 cases, 29 deaths in last 24 hours. Delhi positivity rate declines to 4.15%. A very good evening. You're watching ELITETV English News and this is Haripriya. Before giving you the news, we request you to follow the SOP given by the government, where face masks when out in public, wash hands regularly and maintain a minimum of 6 feet between one person and another. ELITETV requests you to get vaccinated in time to protect ourselves from this virus and play your part in the fight against COVID-19. And now let's see the news in details. Chief Minister N. Biren Singh today visited the Kuala Lumpur Sports Complex and reviewed various arrangements taken up for the 131st edition of the Durand Cup, the Asia's oldest football tournament, for which inaugural match in the state will be played on August 18, 2022. Briefing the media during the inspection, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh appreciated the officials of Youth Affairs and Sports Department and Army personnel for working day and night for properly arranging the setup of the tournament. He continued that many renowned footballers from different Indian clubs, including our own state clubs, that is Neroka and Thrao, would participate in the tournament. He maintained that Manipur, being a land of sports lover with only around 28 lakh populations, had sent 7 athletes in the recently held Commonwealth Games 2022 and bagged 5 medals. Knowing the potential of our players, Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi had established the only sports university in the state. The Chief Minister said, adding that the state had got the opportunity of hosting the Durand Cup because of the achievement of a sportsperson in the different events. Chief Minister N. Biren further mentioned that the sports department, in consultation with technical experts with the support of Army personnel, had developed the Kuala Lumpur main stadium in a short span, making it one of the best football grounds in the Eastern Zone. He informed that the government is planning to develop 6 more such football grounds before the next edition of Durand Cup. The Chief Minister was accompanied by Youth Affairs and Sports Yes Minister Govindas Konthosam, Major General Navin Sachdeva, Principal Secretary Yes S.S. Chabra, Secretary Yes Namoijam Kheda Varta Singh, Director Yes T. Fulen Meite, and official of Yes Department, among others. It may be mentioned that Union Defence Minister Sri Rajnath Singh and Chief of Army Staff General Manoj Pandey will be visiting the state to witness the inaugural Durand Cup match at Kuala Lumpur Stadium, Imphal.
One of the oldest, I should say, biggest tournament in India. Live Tarangani Panda. Honorable Union Defence Minister Masamak with the Chief of Army Lakanda Sidai match Hokadaba. Adugi preparation ni I really appreciate uh, the Minister in charge of sports, Shri Gopindas, directors, and the other officials, and army personnel who are 24/7 monitoring and helping. Duran Cup mainly army sponsor over tournament of army gaming. Aduna high bird tournament the India gi afau players even I like the Sanaba team Lakadori and the local gi players teams Nerokam and the Trau Yaugudori.
Chief Minister N. Biren Singh today launched and flagged off the Somdan Imphal Manipur State Transport MST bus service from the MST complex Moirangkhom. Speaking on the occasion, the Chief Minister stated that the launching of a bus service might be a small program, but it could be taken as a big step towards filling the communications and developmental gaps between different areas of the state. Maintaining person-to-person communications and sharing ideas, getting in touch with one another among different communities would bring equality in the state, he added. Maintaining that the state government had been putting in maximum effort to bring development, Chief Minister N. Biren continued that the state had witnessed drastic changes in hill areas with improvement in road infrastructure, security, education and health sector amongst others. Stretching the importance of quality control in the construction work in Pettigrew College of Ukhrul district, which had been going on in full swing, he appealed to the public not to make any disturbance which would hinder the construction work. He further expressed the desire and efforts of the government to bring up the college to university level. The Chief Minister informed that the erstwhile Manipur State Road Transport Corporation, which had remained non-functional for a long time, was revived as Manipur State Transport MST with the objective of facilitating the public with an accessible low-cost transportation across the state. Currently, the MST buses are plying on 21 different routes, which will be increased to 22, including Somdal Imphal bus service launched today. He appealed to the public not to create any disturbance in any road construction work, as proper road infrastructure is of utmost importance to bring equal development in all areas of the state. With equal development, there will be a prevalence of peace and healthy relationships among different communities, he added. Speaker Manipur Legislative Assembly Thokchom Setyabrata Singh, Transport Minister Kasim Washum, officials of Transport Department and Manipur State Transport and village chiefs of Ukhrul District also attended the launching program among others. The Somdal to Imphal bus will depart Somdal village for Imphal at 7 a.m. and will depart ISBT Imphal for Somdal at 1 p.m. on every working day. The bus fare for the same will be Rs 200.
Communication is only road communication, air communication, person to person communication. I couldn't get it, I couldn't get it, because I'm about copy, but I'm never thought. Then only equality the love. I don't know if I have Mamma is saying, no, I say, I'm doing it. Singly, there are drastic change in the hospitals in the schools in the situation, colleges in the situation, lambi thongi condition. I am not even Somdal. Some important services are going to go. Other oxygen plant, clinic, police station, inaugurate over. Other than that, I think some question. LM block, police station,
The Manipuri Students Federation MSF observed 18 Students Martyrdoms Day in memory of sacrifice made by student leader Pebam Chitranjan Mangang, demanding repeal of Armed Forces Special Power Act 1958 from Manipur. The program was organized at Pebam Chitranjan Memorial Complex, Bishnupur Bazaar today, paying homage to the departed soul of Pebam Chitranjan, who had self-immolated on 58th Independence Day in protest against imposition of AFSPA in the state. At Bishnupur Bazaar, the organizer paid floral tribute and observed a 2-minute silence at the complex. Observance ceremonies were also held in other districts such as Imphal East, Kaching, Jiribam, Thoubal and others. Floral tribute was also paid at the portrait of Pebam Chitranjan at the Kelambam Laikai Yacht Club ground at Sega Road, the Kelambam Laikai. A silent rally was also carried from the Kelambam Laikai Yacht Club to Thamaiban Thau ground, where the main function was held. The main function was attended by Manipur State Human Rights Commission Acting Chairperson Kaide Mani, Poire Lemerol Apun Mamera Paivi President Longjam M. Chobi, Committee on Human Rights Chairman Fulendro Konsam and Manipuri Students Federation MSF President Kangimam Bidyashagar as the main guests.
Mahiroising amadi din amadi electronics media gi sinang sing wahang nu kada kai thum basari aduga moigi rom pareng asida khoi gi mateng bangbirak ba kudi ma pusu MSF ki makai degi thagat chaba amadi kai thum ba du yang phom da thamjari aduga akoina MSF na Manipur government amadi India government da haning baji akoi gi hadak nauna station mapal lama lakho khaba matungda ajipuna Amposing Special Power Act 1958 asi amubain asi akoi gi Manipur dagi station tara manga lakhokre adubu MSF amadi athoba asina pamlamba adumukti hoji phaugi di oidri adubu MSF na makhata na lebak myam amadi Manipur myam amadi mairoi singa loinana amubain asi Manipur lehau dagi singa masung tam apun badagi pulok lakhokhiba haibasi MSF gi pandamni aduga aroi bada MSF gi site gi Manipur praja myam da Nasigi amuba an gi mayokta athobo Pebam Chitranjan Mangang na masam mathanda mai thajaduna laikhidaba asibu ikai khumnaba amadi thagatpa phongdokpo oina ngasigi numidang wairamda athobo asida ikai khumnaba oipa oina yumthong kudingki kendal amam thambiduna athobo asibu ikai khumnabiu hai.
As celebrated across the country, Manipur too celebrated the 76th Independence Day with pomp and gaiety at 1st Battalion Manipur Rifles Parade Ground yesterday. Chief Minister N. Biren Singh graced the celebration as chief guest. Speaker of Manipur Legislative Assembly, Chairperson of Manipur Lok Ayukta Cabinet Minister, Chairman of Hill Areas Committee, Advocate General Manipur, members of Legislative Assembly, Chief Secretary, Director General of Police, high-ranking officials, civil, police, paramilitary and armed forces also attended the Independence Day celebration, among others. Speaking on the occasion, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh extended his best wishes to the people of the state and added that India had been celebrating its Independence Day every year on 15 August since 1947. However, with the completion of 75 years of India's independence, this year, the whole country is celebrating the occasion as Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav with more fervor, he stated. He continued that the national flag has also been hoisted in every house from 13 August to 15 August as Har Ghar Tiranga campaign as part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebration, which was launched on 12 March the previous year. The initiative would not only imbibe a sense of nationalism and love for the motherland to the youth, but also make the public know the importance of the tricolor and respect its dignity, he added. The Chief Minister further mentioned that under the supervision of Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi, different events are organized across the country as a part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav with much participation of the public. This shows the fate of Indians in the leadership of the Prime Minister, he maintained. Informing about the Manipur Vision Document 2047 and Chief Minister Dashboard, which would enable real-time monitoring of different schemes, the Chief Minister stated that Manipur bagged the top position at Niti Aayog India Innovation Index 2021 in Northeast and Hill States category. He maintained that various institutions of Manipur, including Lokayukta State Information Commission, Manipur Human Rights Commission, and Manipur Public Service Commission had been functioning smoothly. Apart from this, to ensure transparency in recruitment of Class 3 and 4 posts of the state government, the State Legislative Assembly had passed the Manipur Staff Selection Commission Bill 2022 recently. Chief Minister N. Biren informed that the government had taken up measures to improve various roads under 100 Days Action Plan. The central government had accorded approval for rigid pavement of roads within Imphal City. The project would be taken up under the externally aided project of Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, he added. He continued that the Imphal Ring Road project would also be started soon with the funding of Asian Development Bank. Stating on the Agnipath scheme, he expressed satisfaction that youths of the state would now be able to participate in the Agnivir recruitment rally in the state itself at Laimakong. He also thanked the Marangching Village Authority, personnel of Territorial Army, NDRF, SDRF, and other armed forces for their tireless service in rescue operations conducted after the unfortunate landslide happened at None. He also expressed thankfulness to all the people of the state for their continued support in every initiative taken up by the state government for the development of the state.
Manipur tabak khangdriba nahabolsing makhal matha kayagi scheme startup na singba hobokada natana startup ta hadaki sahigi oina mayam na hena kamira bane koi hana rupa shubnagi crore kuthra budget da sahigi oina kamadu hadaki hena youth singda masa ke legitimate talent masa ke legitimate innovative idea creative aduma mayam do expose ko manjinaba aduma sell to manjinaba ki dapai koina handaki budget sahi de koi start ki paisa pa crore kusra di crore cham de kala ka de koi man ki sta pe ji habak di horoni prepare to horoni.
Chief Minister N. Biren also accorded the President's Police Medal for Distinguished Service to KSS Rajan Singh, Jamandar, 1st Battalion Manipur Rifles. Police Medal for Meritorious Service were also presented to Inspector P. Sanjoy Singh, Subedar, 2nd Manipur Rifles, Siro Ninglum, Jamandar, 5th IRBO Salya Kumancha, Sub-Inspector Angobi Singh, Ningthausam, Havildar Helen Haukip of 1st IRP and Havildar Atom Sova Singh of 1st Manipur Rifles. Haishnam Lakshmi, Women SI of Bishnupur District, and Aim Priyadarshini Devi, Women SI of 9th IRB, was presented with the Union Home Minister's Medal for Excellence in Police Investigation for 2018 and 2021 respectively. Superintendent of Police SP Thaubal District Jogesh Chandra Haubijam, SP NAF K. Megachandra Singh, SP Kakching District Shrey Vats, and SI Ramesh Singh were awarded with Chief Minister Trophy for Anti-Drug Campaign. Chief Minister's Trophy for Outstanding Service was awarded to 1st Manipur Rifles Band Party. Inspector Laishram Kogain and Havildar Sri Sarokhaibam Jay Kumar Singh were also presented with the Chief Minister Trophy for Community Service. The Chief Minister also handed over Chief Minister Award for Good Governance 2021-22 to Informatics Officer DIT Rameshan WS for individual category. While for team category, the award was presented to the Department of Information Technology, Planning and Development Authority, Higher Education, Oxygen Management Team, State Academy of Training, Department of Personnel, Home Department and Police Department. Chief Minister's Certificate of Recognition for the year 2022 was presented to the team of Joint Search and Rescue Operations during the Nonne landslide after May. All personnel of Police Department for their effort and devotion to duty in ensuring a banned and blockade-free Manipur. Teams of doctors, nurses and staff of Jawaharlal Nehru Institute of Medical Sciences for conducting the 12th ever kidney transplant in a government hospital in Manipur, and staff of Chief Minister's Secretariat. Chief Minister's Certificate for Special Recognition was presented to team of District Administration Jiribam for their remarkable achievement in vaccinating all eligible persons of the district with at least one dose of COVID vaccine within a short period of time. As a part of the celebration, the Chief Minister hoisted the national flag with Rashtriya salute and also inspected the parade form at the venue. The march past contingents included BSF contingent, CRPF contingent, Combined Manipur Rifles 6 and 7 MR, 3rd IRB contingent, Combined Civil Police Male contingent, Imphal West and Imphal East, 9 IRB Mahila contingent, Combined Civil Police Female contingents, Imphal West and Imphal East, Manipur Forest contingent, Home Guard contingent, Male, Combined VDF contingents, Imphal West and Imphal East, Manipur Fire Service, Traffic Police Women, 14 Battalion, Senior NCC, 65 Girls Senior NCC and NCC Senior Air Wing. Commanding Officer 2nd IRB Sri T. Lalboy Haukip was the parade commander. Simultaneous hoisting of national flags at the perimeter of 1st Manipur Rifles Parade Ground by uniformed personnel of Police Department and performances of cultural troops were also the highlights of the celebration at 1st MR Parade Ground. As part of the celebration, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh and Youth Affairs and Sport Minister Govindas Konthausam felicitated athletes of the state who represented the country at the recently concluded Commonwealth Games. Saikhom Mirabai Chanu weightlifting was felicitated with a check of rupees 15 lakhs. Bindyarani Devi Sorokhaibam weightlifting, a check of rupees 10 lakhs. Susila Lekmabam Judo, a check of rupees 10 lakhs. Susila Chanu Pukrambam Hockey, a check of rupees 8 lakhs. Nilakanta Sarma Hockey, a check of rupees 10 lakhs. Laitonjam Ronaldo Singh Cycling, a check of rupees 2 lakhs. And Yanglem Rajat Singh Cycling, a check of rupees 2 lakhs. The ceremony was attended by ministers, MLAs, officials, students and public from different parts of the state. The district administration Kangpokpi also celebrated the 76th Independence Day yesterday, celebrating the 75th years of India's independence at the Brigadier Thomas Ground, Kangpokpi headquarters. Chief guest of the function, Deputy Commissioner Kengo Joringla hosted the national flag and took salute from 18 marching contingents commanded by Parade Commander L. Saimang Kongsai, DSP Gamnom Saparmena Police Station. Addressing the gathering, Kengo Joringla said that the celebration of the Independence Day reminds us that our country's freedom did not come easily. That is why we pay our due respect to the freedom fighters that fought against the British Empire. She said the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, which began on March 12, 2021, will continue till August 15, 2023 to celebrate the country's glorious history of its people, culture and achievement. Paying homage to the freedom fighters, she said the cellular jail in Andaman and Nicobar Islands speaks of the harsh reality of the cruelty, solitary confinement, deprivation, hunger, torture, forced labor and for many deeds of our freedom fighters. She further said it is worth remembering that having lived a life of about 200 years of class and colors divide, the nation makers adopted a resolution that would end such discrimination, separation, and safeguard the dignity and equality of every citizen of the country in a free, independent India. She further reminded that the preamble of the Constitution of India declared the country to be sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and a welfare state committed to secure justice, liberty and equality for the people and for promoting fraternity, dignity of individual and unity and integrity of the nation. She said remarkable elements of the Constitution of India, among other, is the abolition of untouchability that may sound strange to the younger generation now. And now let's take a short commercial break. Do stay tuned for more updates.
The pinnacles of success. Get enrolled to one of the finest schools in Northeast India, UNACO School, Excellence in Education.
Admission open. Manipur University de affiliate tauba Bachelor of Fine Arts BFA ki academic session 2020-26 ki second batch ki admission haujare. Eligibility to have passed from any stream from any recognized board or council. Limited Sydney. Hurry for spot admission. Institute of Rural Education IRE Wangjing. College of Teaching Education Wangjing, Thawal District, Manipur. Akupa marol gidamak 8787409943 natraga 85951082 natraga 7005051673 natraga 7085435182 natraga 7024659916.
Bachelor of Fine Arts की courses da lakpituna mention view.
Thawal District की District Program Coordinator की meeting makada MGNREGA की ओइना 25% Line Department की ओइबा अमृत सरोवर की पुखरी अमा आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव का मरी लेना संद्रखोंग अवांगलेकाई वार्ड नंबर 9 दा जॉब कार्ड होल्डर सिंह थबक सुखरे. इंडिया की हुंबुद्रा मंगारक सुबा इंडिपेंडेंट डे का मरी लेना भारत की मचू अहुम की फिराल चिखतुना इनोग्रेटेड तौखरे.
Welcome back and let's see the further details. As celebrated across the country, Tengnopal District also celebrated 75th Independence Day celebration at Government High School ground, Tengnopal District headquarters, hoisting India's tricolor flag, singing national anthem with Rashtriya salute by Tengnopal DC, Manwanching as the chief guest, along with taking grand salute to the march past by Tengnopal District Police, 20th Assam Rifles band display and school contingent. Red blanket to village chief and commendation certificate to individuals were also distributed in the function. The DC also announced Tengnopal District product in Soibum, Moria Block, Yongchak and Machi Block, Haripriya under one District 1 product during the function. Moria Block of Tengnopal District also celebrated Independence Day at Additional Deputy Commissioner Office Complex, hoisting national flag by Bobby Singh, Additional Deputy Commissioner More, Additional SP More, O. Sukumar and More Police OC Anand were present in the function. More College also celebrated Independence Day cum prize distribution function at the college campus, led by Dr. S.L. Lunjapao Wi-Fi, Principal More College, teaching and non-teaching staff and students by hoisting national flag, singing with national anthem. As part of the function, prizes of district level debate competition, district level quiz competition, district level essay writing competition, district level extempore speech competition, district level painting competition, and district level table tennis and badminton competition 2022, which were held before, was also distributed during the function. Though the government banned underground group Korkom and other organizations boycott the celebration, Border Town Mori and some areas were remained shut down, while in some areas market shops were open and local public transport were in service as before. Sangsak Battalion under the aegis of IGAR South celebrated 75 years of independence yesterday with children of Sangsak Kulend, Punghond and Lungrifung village of Ukrul and Kamjong district. This initiative of Assam Rifles of promoting nationalism and showcasing talent of children was highly appreciated by the parents of children, wild oat and all locals. All Tanjim E Insa AITI Manipur State Council, 16 Assam Rifle Lilong, and Madrasa Darul Ulum Haripriya Markas Lilong celebrated 75th Independence Day at Madrasa Darul Ulum Lilong Haripriya Turel Ahanbi. Major Deepak Kataria of 16 Assam Rifles, Madrasa Darul Ulum Principal Maulana Muhammad Sarasuddin, Vice Principal Muhammad Al-Haj Mahijuddin and All India Tajim E Insaf National Secretary Muhammad Isaluddin were Presidium member. In the function, Major Deepak Kataria of 16 Assam Rifle laid a clear story about our leaders who leads in the war for freedom of India, and Maulana Habibur Rahman Sheikh ul Hadith of Madrasa Darul Ulum also spoke clearly about how the Alim along with Indian Musliman took the initiative, responsibility in the Indian freedom struggle. All Tajim E Insaf AITI National Secretaries Muhammad Islauddin Tushet, when we discuss about bringing today independence India, our own rule lane, we should bring forward about independence nation, not the independence from staying lovely together and not suppressed with other community. Independence in living same status from poverty, independence from no food and clothing, independence from no good facility of healthcare center, independence from no good road infrastructure. We all, the communities, has to try to bring forward what our father and forefather has dreamed of, and we should deny it and fight together from the unbelievable history of changing one's religion by pinpoint and waging war with sword and javelin to make hatred among the communities, he further added. Squadron leader Dr. Zarina Gurumayum has been crowned as Mrs. Soft's spoken title in How to Monday Mrs. India Worldwide Contest 2022, which was held in Ras Al Khaimah, UAE on 30 July. Dr. Zarina Gurumayum is an accomplished doctor with over 20 years of experience in the medical science. She always strives for excellence in life. She was born to G. Brajabidu Sharma, popularly known as G.V. Sharma, the Chief Engineer, Electricity Department, Government of Manipur, and Patimayum Ramani Devi, then Municipal Councillor. After the untimely demise of her mother, Samrailapam Satyavati Devi took a major role as mother to mold her in whatever she is today. She joined as the first Manipuri lady officer in the Indian Air Force in February 1999. During her service career, she was married to Wing Commander Anobam Suraj Kumar Sharma and was blessed with a daughter, Surina Anobam. Her daughter was only 2 years old when she finishes her tenure in the Indian Air Force. During this period, in spite of all the difficulties of raising a 2-year-old daughter, she managed to appear the PG entrance exam and secure a seat in anesthesia and completed her post-graduation. After post-graduation, she worked as a consultant in Manipur Hospital, Bangalore, as an anesthetist. She was then blessed with her second child, Shayon Anobam. Immediately after his birth, she took the challenge to pursue her study and become a neuroanesthetist. Presently, she is working as head of department in Max BLK Hospital in New Delhi. After having achieved her professional goals, he ventured out to taste the idea of womanhood and glamour and participated in Hot Monday, Mrs. India Worldwide. It was not a kid work as it is said in the glamour world. Transforming from the drill boots of the Indian Air Force to the high heels was indeed a tough task. Ras Medicity has been awarded one of the best hospital award for their exemplary performance under Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana in the occasion of 75th Independence Day celebration. As per decision of the National Health Authority, Government of India, and intimation from the Chief Executive Officer, State Health Agency Manipur, the certificate of appreciation to the top performing empaneled hospitals, both private and public, was handed over to the Managing Director, Hawizam Rajan Singh, Raj Medicity Imphal for private hospital category by Imphal West DC TH Kiran Kumar during a solemn function for distribution of certificates to top performing empaneled hospitals, both private and public, from Imphal West District held yesterday at the office of the Deputy Commissioner, Imphal West, Babupara. Hawizam Rajan Singh, Chairman and Managing Director, Ras Medicity, expressed his happiness on receiving the award and praised the entire team for their dedication and devotion. It may be mentioned here that this is the 4th consecutive time which Ras Medicity has received the award for the above category. Khori Lekai Youth Association, Nambol, held a meritorious award distribution function of class 10 and 12 students of the area at Khori Lekai Community Hall yesterday. The function were presided by District Malaria Officer, Bishnupur District Thaunauzam Navakishore, Khori Lekai Youth Association Nambol President M. Bhairop, Lemapokpam Public High School retired Headmistress Longjam Manglembi Devi, and the regular donor of the association as the main guest. Guest award and certificate were handed over to 14 students of class 10 and 9 students of class 12 who got higher marks in the HSLC and HSE examination 2020-2021, 2022 conducted by BOSEM and COSEM. Here we have another short commercial break. Do stay tuned.
Lengshin Birau Sasa Properties. Sasa Properties na pijariba kudong chabasing asi lobio maruoina notice itul announcing bidamakta ahong mamalda 3 BHK mate 2 BHK flats New Delhi da yamna hong na yonjari. Sasa Properties and notice itul announcing the Peter Riba Kudong Java Singdi, Lady Nabayun, Shale, Purchase, Renting, Collaboration, Amati Loan Facility, Izagane. Lengshin Birau, Sasa Properties, Balaja Niwas, New Delhi, Akupamarol Bidamakta Kolto Birau, 9810993987.
HIV IBC Lambi Mari Kuktada, Mio Yamadagi Madasindi.
HIV positive oiba mama mapadagi machada.
Sakhangdaba mioisinga kondom yaudana yuman mari thamba matamda HIV sandui.
Mi amaga yatum siren waiduna sizinabada HIV sandui.
Ana layeng de ikapa matamda HIV test to be ikapa labadi HIV sandui.
Chang naina amadi niyom chumna kondom sijanabana HIV dagi ngakthokpon.
Sexual transmitted infection STI.
Haibadi pinungi laina dagi sungar thopongami. Aduga angang pamdrabadi kondom sijinabiyo.
HIV haiba virus asina mipum khudimagda sokhali.
Masigi namkhai leite chahi laining kanglup natraga nupa nupi angang khaini.
Masina mi amadagi amada mathang singdokpon. Aina domu sinari HIV test tongna. Aina domu sinari kondom sijanabagida.
Aina domu sinari masabo HIV dai kanjanaba. HIV AIDS ki maramda hena kupa morong khangnabagi damak.
AIDS toll-free number 1097 da phone tobi.
English Hindi natraga Manipuri de wari saba yagani.
Nako AIDS app su download tawbiu amadi sijinabiyu.
Welcome back, and let's see the further details. FIFA yesterday announced the suspension of the All India Football Federation with immediate effect due to undue influence from third parties, which constitutes a serious violation of the FIFA status. The FIFA ban has jeopardized the country's taking of the Under-17 Women's World Cup in October. The suspension means that the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup 2022 scheduled to take place in India on 11 to 30 October 2022 cannot currently be held in India as planned. FIFA is assessing the next steps with regards to the tournament and will refer the matter to the Bureau of the Council if and when necessary, the FIFA statement read. The suspension also means that the domestic tournaments now will not be recognized by either Asian Football Confederation or FIFA, and the national teams will not be able to play any international matches. The suspension will remain in place until the All India Football Federation AIFF regains full control of its daily affairs, FIFA said in a statement. FIFA is in constant constructive contact with the Ministry of the Youth Affairs and Sports in India and is hopeful that a positive outcome to the case may still be achieved, the statement added. The AIFF is in disarray and being run by administrators after former Chief Praful Patel stayed in office beyond his term without fresh election, which courts rule invalid. According to FIFA rules, federations that are members of the governing body should be free from legal and political interference in their respective countries. Meanwhile, former Indian football team skipper and renowned footballer Vachung Bhutia reacted on the suspension of All India Football Federation by FIFA. Here is an exclusive report.
It's very unfortunate that FIFA has banned Indian football, and at the same time I feel it's a very harsh decision from FIFA to ban Indian football. But at the same time I think it's a great opportunity to get our system right. And it's very important that all the stakeholders, be it federation, state association, sports ministry, to come together, get the system right, and everybody work for betterment of Indian football. Thank you.
India reported 8,813 new COVID-19 cases and 29 deaths in the last 24 hours, the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare informed. There has been sharp day-on-day decline in fresh cases of coronavirus today. The Health Ministry yesterday informed that the country logged 14,917 new cases in a single day. The country's COVID-19 case daily has now increased to 4,42,77,194. The daily positivity rate also has declined to 4.15% from 7.52% a day ago. The weekly positivity rate is at 4.79%. There has been a decline of 6,256 in the number of active cases in span of 24 hours. The country now has 111,252 patients of coronavirus. Active cases stand at 0.25% of the total infections. As per the Health Ministry, 15,040 patients recuperated from COVID-19 in the last 24 hours. The total recoveries has now surged to 4,36,38,844. The national recovery rate now stands at 98.56%. With 29 more fatalities, including one that reconciled by Kerala, the country's tally of COVID-19 related casualties has risen to 5,27,098. The 28 new COVID-19 deaths include 8 from Delhi, 6 from Punjab, 2 each from Gujarat, Jammu and Kashmir and Uttar Pradesh, and 1 each from Assam, Chhattisgarh, Goa, Maharashtra, Nagaland, Odisha, Sikkim and Tripura. According to the Indian Council of Medical Research, 212,129 COVID-19 tests were conducted in India in the last 24 hours. The Council further informed that since the start of the pandemic, 88,692,503 samples were tested for COVID-19 across the country. The Ministry of Health today informed that 6,10,863 doses of COVID-19 vaccine were administered in the country in the last 24 hours. The nationwide COVID-19 vaccination drive was started in India on 16 January 2021, and since then more 208.31 crore total vaccine doses have been administered in the country. For ELITETV News Channel, contact to the email address info@elitetv.in or 9402890982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagram and Twitter for more information about the channel. Before we close, let's see the top news headlines once again. Chief Minister N. Biren reviews arrangement for Durand Cup at Kuman Lampak. Manipur Student Federation observes 18 matches dome in commemoration of P. Chittaranjan. State celebrated 76th Independence Day yesterday. FIFA suspends All India Football Federation, says India cannot host Under-17 Women's World Cup. And India reports 8,830 new COVID-19 cases, 29 deaths in last 24 hours. Delhi positivity rate declines to 4.15%. That's all for the moment. Thank you very much for joining us and keep watching ELITETV English News. Till then, take care, stay safe and good night.